Brittany Drummond, and this is my good friend Jess Ray Langdon, and we are the founders of Tabernacle Co. And we have been serving North Carolina for the last 10 years through dinner and worship, discipleship, and just really loving on the people of North Carolina. Tabernacle Co. exists to disciple young people out of the culture of this world and into the culture of Jesus through providing really safe environments for them to encounter Jesus together through dinner and worship and a lot of different things.
We are so amazed that we are actually entering our 10th year of doing this. So surprised that this thing is still going, and honestly, in every way, it has exceeded what our plans were or our expectations or our hopes. And it's very much exceeded what we can handle. And so we find ourselves this year at a crossroads. Like, we want to be able to lean even more into this. We want to be able to do this with not just the margins of our time and energy, but more wholeheartedly and fully. And we really would love to invite you into that.
Praise the Lord.
September 2015, we started Feast. We invited over our dear friends to eat dinner together.
And maybe 10 of us.
Yeah, it was very small. 8 to 10 of us are really close friends. No vision or heart to make this into a thing. We really just wanted to gather together and keep pursuing Jesus together. I would cook the meal.
I would lead worship. January of 2016, we were already up to 40 people, and we never had a gathering where someone new
didn't come.
Didn't show up.
It was really crazy. So summer of 2016, Feast was really exploding. The HOA was not loving all of the cars parked everywhere in our neighborhood. So we were trying to find all these different locations to meet, random places, parks, and it was the middle of summer and we were dripping with sweat, but still meeting and still loving it. And then these 2 wonderful, hospitable friends, now dear friends, invited us into their homes, and we met there through 2020, packing out these homes, living rooms with
150 people.
Just crammed together. Singing was so loud that you couldn't hear when the leader was changing the song, and it would get back to the back of the room. We've seen just lives changed. Salvations, people being set free, delivered from some really hard stuff, and really seeing Jesus at work in the people of Raleigh.
During our time with Feast and Feast, those first couple of years, we built a leadership team to help us run it, lead worship, feed people, greet people, pray for people. I mean, just this incredible volunteer leadership team. So when 2020 happened, we just weren't connected with everybody as much. And we're all going through such a chaotic year, all the conversations around race and the election and pastors who are falling and COVID and everything. There really became this need for connection in smaller groups. So we started something that was just conversation and dinner for our leadership team. Yeah, always dinner. For our leadership team to just be able to talk through and wrestle through our faith, what's going on in the world, all of that. So we ended up creating this thing called Citizens that really is a discipleship arm of what we're doing. So if Feast is like revival, is like a chance for people to encounter God, Citizens is like reformation. It's this chance to be reformed, to be like Christ over the long term. Each group meets for 14 weeks in a row, having dinner and having conversation. Citizens is absolutely one of my favorite things that has come out of this ministry, and it's resulted in so much connection, friendship, true discipleship, community on a very deep level that can't be, and like facing questions and working through stuff that you can't on a Sunday morning in a pew next to somebody, but around the table is where you become friends, where your lives are changed. We see that in the life of Jesus, and we're trying to model that.
March of 2022, we started a community garden, and it has been amazing. The community garden really spans the ages, from young to old. Everyone is interested in learning or relearning how to grow their own food, how to get back into nature, how to provide for oneself, how to be sustainable. This initiative is really to build community, equip, teach, train, disciple, and feed our direct community and neighbors. spring of 2023, we were given a garden, a very large garden in the back of a refugee placement community, and it was really run down. And over the last 2 years, we have been restoring and rebuilding that garden, and we built a really beautiful rain catching system. There was no water back there. So we really are empowering that community to grow their own food and supplying them with whatever they need to do so. And it has been incredible, just the relationships that have been built and just the ways that both of these gardens have built such beautiful community. Each growing season, we have grown over 1,000 pounds of food that we give directly to our community right here around Raleigh. And we really are looking forward to what is to come for both of these gardens.
The fourth endeavor that's been growing out of all of this is something called the Guild. The Guild is a conference. It started November 2021. I started the Guild with my friend Charlene Provolis. The heart of it is to care for creative artists. There's other conferences that might share more about the craft of something like songwriting or video making or photography or dancing or whatever. This, we really mostly talk specifically about the heart, believing that every single person is the image of God and can reflect Him in a unique way. The conference has been absolutely wonderful. We spend a whole weekend, basically like there's an open mic night and a gallery, and we hear talks from amazing presenters, and we worship together, and Whit once again feeds everybody. And it's absolutely incredible. We're so excited about what's to come through the Guild Conference in the coming years, and really excited to have it as part of the Tabernacle Co. network. Thank you so much for giving us a moment of your time just to explain all of the stuff that has been going on among us for the past 10 years. It's a lot of stuff. Just even to recap, there are 4 things that we are doing together. It's Feast, which is dinner and worship. It's monthly. It's still going on every single month. Come and join us. There's Citizens, which is dinner and discipleship. It happens in 14-week cycles throughout the year. We've also got Kingdom Gardens, so that's 2 gardens now here in Raleigh that mostly happen in spring and summer season. And we've got the Guild Conference, which happens in the fall every year, and it's designed to care for the heart of creative people. Because there's so much going on among us, this past year we officially became a nonprofit organization, Tabernacle Co., which is the umbrella to kind of care for and fund and steward well all the things that God is doing among us. As we enter 2025, we are entering our 10th year of doing this ministry, to our great surprise. It has outlasted what we ever thought was going to happen. And we actually want to give more of our time and energy and effort towards it. It's always gotten just the pieces of our schedule, but it deserves even more. So for the very first time, we really want to invite your partnership. We need your help. This has way outgrown us. And so we are fundraising for the first time for $150,000. That's going to go towards a lot of different things to be able to kind of take everything that we're doing and have more to sow into it. I think it's amazing how resourceful we've been, so how wonderful it would be to have some funds to actually sow into things. One of the things I'm really excited about is our goal to hire Whitney Drummond. It's about time. This girl has given so much of like the edges of her time towards this ministry for so long. Why don't we raise the funds to be able to support her full time so that she can give the best parts of her day and her time and her energy towards this endeavor?
We want to invite you into our community by participating and helping us grow this community and steward it and care for it well so that we can continue to impact and care for the people of Raleigh.
Yeah, and actually, Whit has somehow figured out how to feed people for like $2
and it's good food.
It's amazing food. So yeah, if you can give $2, you could feed somebody for Feast. If you can give, what is it, $500, you would feed an entire feast. 250 people. Whoa. If you could give $5,500, you would actually fund the entire year worth of feasts. There's a lot of beautiful things that we have planned for this year, and we would love your support in helping us to achieve these goals.
We are so grateful for all that the Lord has done over the last 10 years, and it has been such a gift to be able to lead and grow and experience all that the Lord has done. And it has been one of the most stretching, growing,
For sure.
but beautiful experiences of our lives. I think I can speak for both of us. And we have given of our time because we love it so much.
Yes.
And because we have feel so called by the Lord to keep leading this thing.
Yeah.
And we want you to be able to reap the benefits and experience and see all that the Lord is doing in Raleigh through all these ministries. So please come be a part.
Yeah, we believe there is much more to do, and honestly, we're gonna need more help. And so we want to invite you, would you come and support as we turn the page into another decade of ministry through Tabernacle Co. Thank you so much for your support and your time. We'll be in touch with more soon.
We love you.